Well, tonight, the Washington State Liquor Control Board is investigating whether two Spokane bars overserved a man suspected of a deadly crash. Lori Keller was killed and her husband Gary critically injured when their motorcycle was hit by an alleged drunk driver June 2nd. Tonight, in a KXLY4 update, our Jeff Humphrey is live at the scene. And Jeff, Gary was back in surgery today.
And ironically, Robin, Gary Keller was at this intersection the day of the crash looking for a doctor who was going to do some work on his 59-year-old knees. Instead, Mr. Keller has much more serious medical problems, and now his cherished wife is dead.
It's been 2 weeks since this Mercedes broadsided Gary and Lori Keller as they crossed Brown Street just south of Interstate 90. Lori died instantly from her head injuries. Gary is undergoing surgery, hoping to avoid being a paraplegic.
I feel bad for my dad because he's dealing with the loss of his wife and then never being able to walk is what they're telling him. So I believe in miracles, but that's so far all he's been told.
Gary drove locomotives for the railroad, but now because of this crash, his career is over, and so are his dreams of enjoying an active retirement.
He took really good care of himself, exercises, and you should see their basement. It's a complete gym, because they wanted to keep healthy. So it's hard to see him laying down.
As Keller hopes to overcome his paralysis, liquor control agents are trying to piece together where John Strine, the driver of the Mercedes, was drinking before the crash. Witnesses say Strine had at least 2 drinks here at Press, where he's known as a regular. Police say Strine then moved on to Fast Eddie's, where he had at least a pint of beer. The bars could face disciplinary actions, but only if Strine was noticeably intoxicated. The victim's family wishes Strine hadn't been driving at all.
If you know you're going to go out and have a good time, make sure you don't have your keys or the ability to drive.
A blood sample taken at the time of the crash will show if Strine was above the legal limit. If so, this crash would be his 3rd DUI, but the first time Strine's hurt someone other than himself.
I've never seen in my life more grown men cry. They come and see him from the railroad and from his neighborhood, and they just love him.
John Strine has been arrested twice before on DUI charges. As a condition of his release from jail now, he is not allowed to drink. In one way, the court is making sure that Strine is keeping his promise. He's required to take regular urine tests for alcohol consumption. Reporting live in Spokane, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.